"36 years after the first sanction on Iran was imposed by the US,
an agreement of a deal between the beleaguered nation and the P5+1 countries was reached in the Swiss city of Lausanne on 3rd of April 2015. The deal could potentially allow Iran to open up its enormous oil inventories to the world markets, causing huge fluctuations in crude prices. However, the journey for the Middle Eastern nation has been far from smooth hitherto. In 2006, the UN Security Council imposed sanctions on Iran after President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad refused to halt an ongoing uranium enrichment program which had been previously stalled in 2002. The sanctions completely outlawed Iran's trading in nuclear-related technology and materials. By 2007, the sanctions were extended to cover all arms exports to Iran. The US specifically banned individuals connected with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard from using the US financial system. Subsequently, the UK and Canada joined the European Union and the US in preventing all of their financial institutions from doing business with Iranian banks. In 2012, the Iranian rial lost more than 80% of its value against the dollar, while EU countries announced further sanctions over Iran's nuclear program, focusing on banks, trade, and crucial gas imports. Sanctions imposed and enacted by the US and EU towards the end of 2011 and in 2012 have hugely impacted Iran's production and export of oil. Iran's oil exports saw a 60% drop in a span of 2 years, from 2.5 million barrels a day in 2011 to 1.1 million barrels a day in 2013. If sanctions are lifted, Iran could possibly supply another 1 million to 1.2 million barrels of oil a day by next year, which will further push down crude oil prices. However, there are 3 key points to be kept in mind before assessing what is being touted as a historic understanding between Iran and the global powers. First, it is not just a deal between the US and Iran, but also with the other 4 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council along with Germany. Second, it is not a done deal, as its diplomacy's title, Parameters for a Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action Regarding the Islamic Republic of Iran's Nuclear Program indicates. Third, it contains many ifs and to be determines on the pace of sanctions relief and on the extent of an investigation of the possible military dimensions of Iran's nuclear program, among others. Even though the framework for the deal, which is to be finalized by the 30th of June, significantly reduces the risk of Iran covertly acquiring a nuclear weapon, it does not guarantee a complete elimination of the possibility. According to US President Barack Obama, the provisions would prolong the amount of time it takes Iran to acquire enough fissile material to develop a nuclear weapon. For many critics of the negotiations, the bottom line remains the elimination of Iran's uranium enrichment capability, while some ponder its effect on global oil prices.